Every local magistrate in what is now China had to be a bit of a Solomon, deciding cases by his wisdom or maybe with his wits. The following story comes from a collection of hard cases drawn from the Han and Five Dynasties period, so up to 2,000 years ago, give or take. And I'll put up the text if anyone wants to try and read along with me to show that in a lot of ways, classical Chinese from 2,000 years ago is a lot easier than classical Chinese from only a few centuries ago. In recent times, there was a woman whose husband died, and when her son, and presumably her as well, were abandoned by her husband's clan, she then married again and had another son. And by the time this woman died, both of her sons had fully grown up. The son of the first husband then went and stole his mother's bones, intending to bury them together in his father's grave. The son of the second marriage, meanwhile, was disputing this with him in a fight, and so this matter was brought before the authorities. And we're looking here, by the way, at a kneeling figure of a woman from around those times, the later Han Dynasty, first 2 centuries of the Common Era. And because museums and their gift shops are always brilliant, if you do go to the Sichuan Museum, you can buy this reimagined in modern form as a stone aroma diffuser. But back to our story. The magistrate orders his men to go and get the woman's remains and bring them out into the court. And the magistrate declares, this woman had a son, but when her husband died, she could not maintain her modesty, by which he means, remain faithful to him after death, because she married another man. This is the cause of the fight between the 2 sons. She deserves to be flogged 100 strokes. But just as they're about to get started, the son from the second marriage rushes forward crying and saying that this unfilial son, referring to himself in a kind of self-deprecating way, would rather take the beating, the flogging, in her place. The magistrate says, this is truly the filial son, and he decides to give him the remains. You don't always have to split the baby, in other words. You can threaten to beat the corpse of somebody's mother. Note, too, that no one has to die in this scenario, but that splitting 50-50 isn't even considered. That would be way too bizarre.